Luke,
Yes, Ellen?
guess what I went and saw last night for the first time ever?
What?
It's got blue people in it.
Smurfs?
No.
Worse?
Depends on who you
Blue
ask.
Man Group?
No.
Worse still?
Well, I believe nothing wrong with the Blue Man Group.
The worst thing with blue people. Avatar!
Hey!
You went to see Avatar?
I did.
Go.
Here's what I thought
Wait,
about it.
no. Why is this my problem?
Show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend, show of the weekend.
So you've been to see Avatar,
Yes.
which you've never seen before.
Never seen before.
Wow. And now for some reason, that's something I have to... Do I need to be here strictly? Okay.
I just thought it'd be interesting. It came out in 2009.
Oh my god, she's just launched into it.
I missed it. I'm just explaining why I've not seen it
Yeah,
before.
I know, and I'm getting flashbacks to 2009 when I last had to think and talk about Avatar. I thought I was done. I thought I was...
Avatar: The Shape of Water, or whatever it is. It's coming out in December.
I know.
So they
braced.
realised, basically...
I'm going to have to talk about that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the last time the Avatar film came out, well, they have done a couple of re-releases.
We
but
don't need to explain to the viewers at home. There's a sequel to Avatar coming out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for some stupid reason, this one took 13 years to make.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh no, everyone has completely stopped caring about the original Avatar. We need to put it back in front of audiences, or else they won't know what's happening. They won't understand the rich fiction of the world of Avatar. Hence the re-release. And did you see it in 3D?
Not just 3D. I saw it in 4DX.
Wow! What was the 4DX like? Wait, don't tell me. I don't need the answer. It sucked. Did it suck?
It was...
Yeah, it sucked. How was the 3D?
It sucked.
2009! I'm back in 2009! It was better without the 3D. Yeah, the optimum way to enjoy Avatar is on double speed, I think. That would probably...
It's a long film.
Yeah, you crack through it a bit quicker then, yeah.
Yeah. It was so...
No fat on it, though.
No.
You find me the 30 seconds you can take.
Well, it was just like, I put on the 3D glasses. I was like, wait, have my eyes deteriorated since the last time I saw a 3D
I mean,
film?
yes, because that was 2009, so yeah,
Well,
that was, 13 years ago.
No, the last time I saw a 3D film is I went, for some reason I was very kindly invited to a also 4DX screening of The Matrix for the 20th anniversary.
I bet they didn't tell you.
you all feel old now.
Yeah. Bet they didn't tell you it was 3D.
Well, I saw it and I was like, I've never seen The Matrix on the big screen. Let's see it in this ridiculous format.
You still haven't, really. 3D has that weird effect where it makes it seem like you're looking at a 9-inch screen that's just kind of hovering about here.
Yeah. I took Jane and we both got kicked in the back a lot by
the 4DX?
Hugo
or
Weaving.
The cast? Yeah, all right, yeah. It was a special cast and crew screening. They all came.
Keanu Reeves was just like, you know what,
Like,
if
how do they
Keanu
get
Reeves
Keanu
was sat
Reeves there?
behind me in a cinema and kept kicking my chair, I'd be like, I don't care.
That's what he's counting on. That's what he's counting on. That sway, that pull,
Yeah.
that clout. How did they get the cast and crew there? They said, you can come and kick some influence. Hugo Weaving's like, yeah, been waiting to really put the boot into some influences.
Big fan!
Yeah. Shut up! You don't speak to me while I'm beating you. I hope Hugo Weaving's lawyers don't get it. For the avoidance of doubt, we have no reason to believe that any of the
No.
cast of The Matrix deliberately attended an event where they got to beat up some influencers.
From what I know, Hugo Weaving is someone who is in a bunch of really nerdy and widely loved films, but also hates the fact that he's in those films. And it's just like...
Yeah, I can relate. I can relate.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't normally just pull out my Diet Coke to drink during show of the weekend, but I am being made to talk about Avatar again for some reason. So keep going, because we've got off track and that's just going to drag this out.
Well, my 3-word review is...
Avatar is bad.
I mean, that's one.
Yep.
But my other one, it's no Titanic.
Okay.
Like, Titanic, I can watch again and again and again and again. Like, I think
'Cause of its
James
goodness.
Cameron is so talented. I love Aliens. And I think that was... to follow up Alien with
Long old
that
time ago.
is is amazing. I think, well, and also because I watched it when it was on telly when I was a kid, and I was like,
Sure.
I'm 10 years old, and I'm going to watch a spooky film about aliens. And then later on, as an adult, I actually watched Alien, and I was like, oh, that was like I think it was a good follow-on from this original film, and it's because it's a little bit different. He went in a different direction.
We're talking about Alien 1 now. How have we
Yeah.
got further from Avatar? Get this shit back on course now, Ellen.
Well, I thought you didn't want to talk about Avatar. Okay, let's talk about Avatar. My favourite thing is that right at the beginning,
the door locked,
the
John?
man in the wheelchair is just persistently mocked by everyone for being in a wheelchair to an extent that I think is a bit much. I know they're trying to show the jarheads and the military guys. It's
Yeah, they're kind of joshing.
just comedically villainous.
When is Avatar set? Because you would hope that attitudes had changed a little in the intervening time. When's it set? It's probably set in 2019 because they made it in 2009 and thought we'll never have to think about that far ahead. I'll look up when it's set.
Basically, we've destroyed our home planet of Earth, and so we're looking for unobtainium.
Yes, I forgot. It's really called unobtainium.
I already knew that unobtainium was a thing, and then I watched the film and I went, it really is. They've really called it unobtainium, which is not the best name, seeing as they can literally obtain it in the film multiple times. There's literally a bit on the guy's desk at one point where he's like, "This is really
This is
expensive."
unobtainium. This is what it is.
Like, but you've obtained it, so. Maybe give it a new name. Maybe just call it obtainium. Hard to obtainium.
Hard to, yeah. Obtain somovium. Yeah. Would like to obtain morium.
Obtain a littleum.
Yeah. It's set in 2154. Earth's natural resources have been depleted. Here I am on the Avatar Wikipedia page again.
your old haunting
Jake
ground.
Sully is sent to Pandora.
Jake Sully as
Taking my energy, it's draining.
Are
you a psychic vampire? Is that what's happening here? Are you somehow feeding or gaining nourishment off of this?
No, I think James Cameron is, and it's all going to go into Avatar 2, the way of the
way of
babies.
water. That would explain James Cameron's 80-page treatment of Avatar that he brought to the studio and was like, I think I know how to tie up all of your resources for the next 50 years.
But yeah, I like Sigourney Weaver in it.
Yeah.
I love Sigourney Weaver so much.
Yeah.
Spoilers, I'm annoyed that she dies.
You don't have to worry about spoilers. Tell you who's relieved that they die, Sigourney Weaver.
She doesn't have to be in the scene.
Oh, she probably has to appear as a ghost.
She will be, because the memories
Zach's
are
off
all in the trees.
We're getting nodding from off screen, suggesting that Sigourney Weaver is in Avatar: The Way of Water. Have you seen screenshots
Have you seen
of The Way of
trailer?
Water? Okay.
Oh, well, the thing is, at the end of this,
Yeah.
MCU has taught me well to wait to at least see the beginning part of the credits. One, it's polite, and two, you are rewarded for it as well a lot of the time.
Sometimes you're rewarded. Sometimes it makes fun of you, like, you idiot, stayed to watch that. Here's a joke about how you shouldn't have stayed, idiot. We trained you to do this. Yeah. Wasted your time.
But I'm like, num num num, yeah, thank you. Make fun of me. This is somehow
You have an odd relationship with the MCU, Ellen.
I do, I just like that.
But then you did go to see Avatar. You escaped the Avatar tractor beam.
Yeah.
You escaped all the marketing in 2009.
No, I wanted to go see it. I just didn't have anyone to kind of go with. My mum didn't like 3D, which is fair enough. My sister was like,
Correct.
No. Which
Correct.
Is correct. It got to that point where everyone had already seen it because there was a big rush to go see it.
It's the most successful film of all time. That's what they put on the posters, because successful is a metric that is quite vague.
Yeah.
Made a lot of money, did Avatar.
Made a lot of money.
And if that's your measure of success...
It's because you have to pay extra to see it in 3D, that's why. And then you have to pay for the 3D glasses, which I'm sure Cameron probably gets a cut now from all the real D 3D.
You know
What's
it.
the
He's
fake
taken
D
them all.
3D?
Fake D,
That's my
Real.
question. Why is it real D 3D?
Real D... This is,
Real deal 3D.
This is James Cameron's Real D. You have it. Well, I don't want to keep talking about James Cameron's Real D. He's mostly occupied now. I can't get a...
He's going down in the Mariana Trench.
Yeah, that's mostly what he's doing when he's not.
Mariana
He
Grande
occasionally
Trench.
resurfaces to make an avatar.
Yeah.
And to check if the world is like his vision of Avatar yet.
Yeah.
And when he finds that it isn't, he's disappointed in us and he submerges once more. I will join you in another 13 years for Avatar 3.
Yeah.
The Path of sand.
It's going to be closer, apparently. 'Cause
Time passes more slowly down there at the bottom of the ocean.
What if in the new one they swim all the way down and they find a little James Cameron?
Well, I was about to say I don't know because I won't watch it, but I will watch Avatar 2.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch Avatar 2.
Yeah. Well, there was
for some reason.
before we got sidetracked with James Cameron's Real D. At the end of the first part of the credits,
Yes.
they showed a little preview of the new one.
Oh yeah.
And it's just this lovely little bit where there's a Na'vi boy making friends with a whale creature from Pandora, and
He's about to make love to it by popping his little tail in its tail.
It's I don't like how much like a kind of sea anemone those things are.
What?
Tail
the
things
Na'vi
at the
brain
end, they're like
brain genital?
Yeah.
You don't like the Na'vi brain genital? I'm confused.
If I remember that.
Why have you said that like that's a phrase?
Yeah. Is it out of their head? Like a ponytail?
Yeah, it's like a ponytail.
It's their hair, and they plug the hair into
Horses.
Back to the Future where
flying
Doc
things.
Brown has two ends of the cable and he's like, yeah,
You mean like a cable?
yeah. But that's what it makes me think of, possibly
Not
because
they're not specific to Back to the Future.
a cable carrying electricity.
Is plaiting involved?
Do they
No,
mate?
no. It just
No,
kind of
no.
goes.
Have you seen Avatar, John?
Yeah, 12 years ago.
Nonsense. That says something. The new one, it looks very pretty. Underwater looks really nice.
Have you seen the screen? They released some screenshots of it, and I'm not being funny, but it looks like an MS-DOS game from 1995.
Well, the thing is, there was a trailer beforehand as well
think that's
that I'd already
yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
And
In motion, it looks better.
the thing is, I was holding, like, I just put my 3D glasses on, and I was like, why is this so blurry? And that's when I was like, is there something wrong with my eyes? And then we got to the actual film, and I was like, no.
The reaction
when the
many
camera-
Avatar viewers experience.
When the camera is still and like focused, it's fine. But like, there's the sequence where he's being chased by the big kind of like Pandora version of a leopard or whatever.
You haven't even learned the names of the flora and fauna of Pandora.
No.
Fake Avatar fan. I'm going to look it up.
The kind of black leopardy type thing. And I was like, I cannot see what's going on here because it's all blurry.
Yes.
And made worse because of the 3D-ness. And it's really annoying because there are those moments where like you're just focused in on a character and like, ooh, look how crisp and nice this looks when the camera isn't moving. But the thing is, there's so many action sequences. Like I'm not a film director, but as a viewer, that with 3D, not great. Not great.
Not great.
The thing is, like, I just remember the absolute, like, almost frenzy when it came out of, like, people being like, I've never seen anything like it before. It's amazing. It's, like, this whole world. Like, there were a lot of people,
Not
like,
how I remember it.
news stories. But I just remember news stories
Yeah.
of, like, people being like, I've been to see it, like, 12 times. I want to live on Pandora, blah, blah, blah,
Sure.
blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, okay, well, maybe, something might blow me away. And I was like, it's pretty, but, like...
Do you know where I want to live? And this is somewhat taking the wind out of the shape of the way of water for me. Is I want to live in that scene early on in Moana where Moana goes down to the beach when she's a little toddler, and the sea tries to give her the heart of Te Fiti, and like the sea kind of goes away from her, and there's a lovely bit where she's just looking at the water, and it's just a beautiful time of day. The light's perfect, and like a sea turtle and the baby that she's rescued just go like. Blah, 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 blah. This is before that song, and they go like blah, 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 through that, and it just looks so nice. Ellen, stop it. The point is, that looks so beautiful. It's the most beautiful water physics I've ever seen in anything, and you go, damn, that looks nice. I think that's it. I think we've topped out. So yeah, Way of Water. It's that to beat.
From the little clip that they showed, the little bonus clip, if you stayed around, everyone else left. Apart from me, one person, and like 5 people who were like on the way out and then went, with their glasses on. I was like,
Quickly get in there.
It did look extremely pretty. I love water physics of any kind.
This is a genuinely bizarre experience for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been teleported back.
Well, the thing is, like, I completely missed it, and then I was like, I'm not going to watch it on DVD because I want to experience it for the first time in 3D.
Yeah.
I want to,
Yeah.
see what the hype is.
You were half right there.
You
You could have just not watched it on DVD or anywhere.
I mean, I understand to an extent why people like it, but also it's a very simple, like, it's Pocahontas. It's the fact that, like, she at the beginning is like, oh my gosh, this guy is clearly the chosen one, takes him back to her parents, and then her dad's like, okay, or her mum is like, it's your job to look after him and teach him our ways, and she's like, ugh, and I'm like, wait, but you brought him in. Yeah. Side note, extra thing, I really like how much the Na'vi are basically cats.
Yeah, they do hiss.
That's how I want all arguments. That's how I'm going to do all my arguments in future. If someone's being rude to you, I'm like, just channel Zoe Saldana.
That's James Cameron to the Avatar haters. That's James Cameron to the Fox executives when they're like, is there any chance we could make this film in 2012 when there's when people want... Because I'm not sure in 2022 people are... I'm leaving the planet now. Blah, 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 blah. I tire of your human ways. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh yeah, I think I have Avatar fever now. I'm a little bit like, I don't even know. There's so much more I could say.
That's the thing
But
about
I
Avatar.
won't.
It's so rich. It's you can
I'm
always go
not
back
sure
to the
about
well.
that. But the thing is, the lots that I have to say is that there's not much to talk about.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about Avatar, you can't really talk about anything in the film because it just kind of slides off your brain, I think. But, so you end up talking about, like, James Cameron in a submarine and stuff. Things like that. But, I have a fondness for it. I made Andy watch it. That was the night we first started watching Disney Channel original movies.
Oh, yeah.
So, I've got
so now there's... Oh, my goodness.
got
So
a
you can all
place in my
thank
heart.
Avatar for their podcast.
And let me
if
just
you're
get it
listening
clean
to
on tape. Thank you, Avatar.